Alright, so Declan and I are out farming. It is a Sunday afternoon. Got home from church, did a few other things, and we continue cutting hay. We started this yesterday afternoon, got off of work and finished putting the baler back together. So we spent, probably close to 3 hours. We opened up this meadow. We're down on the low ground. This meadow is approximately 30 acres, but it takes quite a while to cut just because we've got a lot of obstacles to go around. And as you can see, we're running about 5.2 miles an hour, and that's on the straight stretches. Otherwise, opening it up, we're running 3 to 4 miles an hour going around the outside. Due to how dry we are, this meadow, oftentimes we don't get into it until August sometime, just because of how wet it is down here. We're right on the edge of kind of a slough. It's a nice flat area for the most part, but it does get wet. All right, got turned around here. Pause that so you don't get seasick. But yes, due to the nature of this field, we often just get one cutting off of it. If that, some wet years we can't get down here at all. Last year we took one cutting off of it. The year before was kind of a drought year and we took 2 cuttings. It hadn't been cut for several years before that. The first cutting was massive, but probably 2/3 of the hay in the bales was old growth. It was pretty much just good for bedding, but we're in quite a bit of need of hay that year in this area, so I was able to find homes for a lot of that hay. And we might be in the same situation this year. It's just been dry enough. Since we can get into this meadow fairly early here, we are the 11th of June, so we should be able to get 2 pretty decent cuttings off of this. There should be enough moisture in the meadow here to regrow a second cutting, even if we don't get substantial rains throughout the summer, because if we don't get those rains, we're probably only going to get a single cutting of our upland hay. So we're starting a little bit late this year on haying in general, but I'm starting down here and we will continue on with the upland hay once we get our meadows done. All right, what did we just do? We just finished, yep. So there's a bunch of back stuff behind the willows there. And it is 8:45 Monday evening. The boys and I just finished. There we go. We just finished mowing and we're gonna head back up and do bedtime.
And you can see that there's a broken tree.
Yep, there's a broken tree that we got to go around. But yes, we got her all knocked down. I'm gonna have to add it up here and see how many hours of mowing, but we got to be pushing 8 to 10 hours of mowing would be my guess to get this knocked down. So it's not a small project. Yeah. All right, so you can see the hay we cut previous days has dried down quite a bit compared to the hay we just cut. Tomorrow, let's see, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are all supposed to be about 85 degrees and sunny, so it should dry this stuff out in a hurry. I plan to rake tomorrow night. We're going to take the V-rake and double all this up, and hopefully the tops are dried up enough by that time so as to dry the bottom sides. We can start baling Wednesday and Thursday evenings. We're going camping on Friday, so we got to have all of this rolled up before Friday. When I get off work on Friday, we're going to take off. So stay tuned, like and subscribe. We are going to be raking and baling yet.
Yep, bye.
Just realized too, didn't talk about the equipment we used here to mow this field. We have the 7410. We pulled the duals off of it, and hook that onto our Kuhn FC353GC disc bind. So that is an 11.5 foot cut. We have finger tine conditioners. The finger tine conditioner is a little bit unique. It has fingers similar to a normal flail, a little bit heavier, that run through a corresponding comb. And that comb is adjustable, so it does fold the hay through the comb. It's not just like a flail, which will kind of just rough up the hay against a hood. It does actually fold it through there, so it works out pretty good for legumes as well as just the grass hay. But all right, stick around, more haying coming up next. Baling down here on the meadow, night 2. Got Brooke in the tractor with the boys. I had to run up and talk to somebody about a tractor up in the yard, so I took the rake. Brooke's been raking down here, but I stuck her in the baler so we could keep rolling while I was gone. And she got quite a bit done. Looking good down here. All right, here we are in the tractor. We were just talking about the monitor here. You can see we're getting near full. There's a little red line. We're making a 5 foot bale. It's going to continue to increase in size until it reaches the top. We don't get seasick there. Almost to the top. And right there, we got a full bale. We've got our net wrap indicator there. It's going to wrap up to 2 wraps. There we go. We can eject our bale. We do that. Oop, there we go. Bale open, closed. It will indicate that we are closed. And then count our bale. There we are, bale 50. I'm starting out, I'm baling an A3. We've got pretty good sized windrows here. See through the dirty window here in the back. We've got hay flowing into the baler. Once I get rolling and feel like I have a core started, then I will kick her up into 4. And this is going to be our last windrow for tonight. Since I cut this field in 3 sections, that 3rd section isn't quite dry. We've had a bunch of smoke from Canada today. You can see, let's see if you can see the sun there. Extremely hazy. It's been smoky all day. You can smell almost like there's been a campfire in our own backyard. It's pretty thick. So that has definitely slowed the drying today. Otherwise, this whole thing probably would be dry. But tomorrow, that smoke is supposed to clear out of here sometime tonight. And hopefully we've got clear skies tomorrow. Brooke is raking up the rest of that hay so that that can help dry the underside a little bit, fluff it up, and hopefully tomorrow night we can finish rolling this up. Alright, we're heading down to check on hay. It's been so smoky that we're supposed to have highs about 85 the last 2 days, and it's only been about 70. And the sun hasn't hardly been making it through the haze. So let's see about what we got baled in so far. Hoping to finish the rest of this up tonight, but hopefully this will be dry. It looks dry on top. Gonna dig down through this double windrow here. It feels pretty dry. I think it's gonna go. Alright, so just about done baling here. We are in the back corner of this field. Let's see if I can make it around this. Well, I guess not. We'll go around this side of the bale. There we go. And this is hay that I had cut 2 years ago, but not last year. Everything was pretty mature last year. Didn't really need the extra hay. And it's kind of punsy going around all this stuff. So baled it up here this year, so hopefully, I don't know, some of this higher stuff probably will get a second cutting. but might get second cutting off of some of the other stuff. Monitor showing 96 bales, so off the big part of the field we have 84. So I would say we're maybe going to have another 2. We'll probably end up with 98, 99 bales, something like that, off of this entire cutting. So that's about a little over 3 bales an acre, almost 4 bales an acre. So not the awesomest, but also not too bad since we're cutting it early and didn't let it get terrible tall and mature. But wrapping up, the sun is going down, big orange ball of fire in the sky. Well, see behind those trees, but it'd be nice. We can get to cutting more hay.